All right, good morning, guys. So coming in here this morning, we have the Dow down a bit while the Nasdaq is up, kind of mixed. Everything's kind of just waiting all of the earnings that really start today. We have Microsoft, Google, Snap, Meta, a lot of big names reporting.
So holding 625 shares now. It seemed a little heavy under the $0.50 for a second, so let's see if it can break. Again, that's a bottoming tail. I put an order on the bid at 1383 on AURC. Sold the rest of BFRG for now. High is 565. New order 570. We've got about 9 minutes to the opening bell. AURC. So my order's on the bid. Trying to buy the double bottom here. Not filling yet. No fill. So now it's back to 1425 by 1445. All right, so I'm flat right now. AURC added back there at 1393. Just a small position. High a day is 1580. Got 1435 on the ask. Added another 100 shares at 14 25. You can see that volume starting to come in. It's still light volume, but holding off of VWAP right now. We'll see if it moves back over 1450. BFRG side chart for right now. So about 5 minutes to the open. $14.32 by $14.45. So now this is where you get that tighter spread on AURC. Usually when spreads tighten up, that's when I look for something to happen. So I would like to see this break over 1450 and go up to 1480. We'll see if that happens. So there's 1445 on the ask. 1473, 1480, right? So spreads tighten up and then you get that move. So now watching $15 a share. 1490 on the ask. $400 shares on the bid. There's 15 on the ask, 1522. So taking half of it off the table at 1514. Now let's see if it goes higher up to 1550. $15.23 on the ask. I usually trade the front side of a move with bigger size. This is like the front side was when we broke 1380 and went up to almost 16. This right here is, I don't know if it might be the back side. I'm not sure. We might end up getting an ABCD pattern, but I'm not sure. Sold 50 shares at 1454. So high there was 1523, high of day is 1580. We've got about 2.5 minutes to the opening bell.
Forex.com.
Hey, what's going on, team? This is the ask where people are asking to sell. So just take that into consideration. Market column and history, whatever the case might be, you just add that, but it goes there. Price alerts, which is the R side. So as in my previous layout, you can go to edit, and this will.
So we've got AURC, we've got BFRG. BFRG is going to be volatile at the open. It may be worth watching BFRG for a dip. Let's see if it pops back up. instead of opening flat, it opens higher and rips up to like 10, pulls back, and then halts up again at 10.16. Then it opens a little lower, but it breaks through the high and goes up to 12, goes up to 13, up to 13.79, dips, and then this really nasty bull trap candle, false breakout. I don't like to see candles like that. All right, so we've got about 30 seconds here to resumption on AURC, showing 1841 right now. Taking a little profit there, 1921, a little more at 1995. There you go. There's another halt up, $20.34. Holding small size going into the halt. Showing $23 on the resumption right now. $24.15 showing his resumption. ADRT. Yeah, popped up a little bit. Just another SPAC, so could it get sympathy? Maybe. Resumption, if this is a 5-minute long haul, will be at 9:47 and 50 seconds. So about 90 seconds away on AURC. Usually after several halts up, I don't usually, well, I'll buy after the first halt up, and sometimes I'll buy after the second halt up. Usually after the third halt up, if you get a third, you start being worried about a halt down. But even here, we could get a halt down. It's certainly not impossible. In fact, it's likely we will at some point. And that's fine. You could get a halt down, and then you could still have a fine pattern over the next, hour. Although sometimes they do a full round trip. So it's important to manage risk. On this one, you're showing, let's see, about a minute to resumption. Current resumption price, $21.35. I only traded with small size at the open. It's for me, it's risk management to size down a little bit. This one, it's got risk factors. It's got bigger spreads. It's a SPAC. These ones don't always trade really well, so it made sense to manage risk. So resumption price coming down a little bit here. The current high is 2034. So what's probably happening, so see how it opens lower? So flat the rest for now, but part of me wants to look for a dip. See, I didn't want to get caught in a halt down. What probably happened there is during the halt, some people realized how much it's up and put out orders to sell. High is 2034. Halt down is $16.18. So, on the one hand, you kick yourself for holding into a halt, and on the other hand, you're like, well, it's good to take profit when you have it because it can disappear very quickly. Halt level back up is $19.98. So this is definitely kind of a, moment of truth. I'd like to see the halt level move higher. Right now, halt level is 1998. So added there at 1924. I want to see if we get the break through $20. Halt level is at $20.49. So new order to add is at $20. So there's 1948 on the ask. Watching over 1975 to add. So a little bit of a whip here, unwinding the position for a small loss. Average was 1924. I think that was the spot that it should have gone. It may still, but it should have ripped through 20 bucks right there. Sometimes what I'll end up doing is, on a day like this where I sort of undercapitalized on a move, they'll get frustrated and they'll overcompensate. I'll be like, you know what? I took this one with 250 shares. I was trading with small size here because it's higher price with bigger spreads. And then it comes back up and I'm like, this looks good. I'm going to take it with 3,000 shares. And then, I lose. And then that wipes out all of the other winners because I mismanaged my risk. So it's important to be aware of that if you start to get frustrated that you look at what you've gained and say, you know what, I've done well enough today. I don't need to give it back. I can always try again tomorrow. So I'm going to keep my share size small. Oh, BFRG. So BFRG just did one of those candles that really takes money right out of the pockets of traders. And in fact, we've got a few of them today. So, I kind of called this when we saw at the open, that whippiness. We had it again here, you had it again there, and you had it again there. So once a stock has proven that it likes to do this, unfortunately, it's usually not very trustworthy. AURC is trust scale is kind of borderline. It's not great to have a halt up and have it open lower, but it is holding the first halt up price, which was 1666. So right now it's holding that level. We'll see how long it can hold that for. LGHL hitting the scans. This one's a somewhat recent reverse split. So hit the scan. I took a starter there at $5 on LGHL. I want to see
Alright, 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 alright. Okay, there we go. How do you open that? 70. It's hitting its head there at 70, so it tapped the same level. Again, watch a small little pullback here. 64. It hit 77 twice. Over 80, I think it looks good. I'm trying to close this darn thing. Can't close it. There we go. Alright, so here we're looking for the break. I mean, clear entry there. Look at that. I think over 80 it rips. No, it's just ping-ponging here. It's consolidating. Again, the same just whips up and down, right? We're in a 5-minute pullback here. He just entered. GFII just looking for the green. The green, done, right? This looks very good. I'm just hoping it doesn't flush. If it flushes, I'm taking a dip at 730. Those are my two game plans. The break of 780, looking for 8, and the squeeze maybe up to the halt level or at least close to 810, 815. Or we get a dip here. You know, since it's ping-ponging like this, you know, we often see a little bit of rejection. Again, that consolidation there, we gotta be careful. What was yesterday's notes, right? Acknowledging it's consolidating again. Give the stock a little bit more time, depending on if it's above or below your entry. Getting the correct entry based on the pivot. The pivot here is 70, 80, not 70, 80, 85. You know, first halt tends to be bought up. You know, looking for that dip, marking your highs. You know, knowing when to walk away as well. Trading your ranges. You know, here now it's just struggling to get over 53. You know, we got sellers are loading there 2 to 3 a few times. Yeah. We're about to get a nasty flush and a round trip in 30 minutes. That's what's gonna happen here. There it is. There we go. Look at that. 40. A dip off 30 wouldn't be insane. You know, I'm gonna put out an order actually. 7.38 for a dip. You know, we'll go to 250 shares on that. See now are we beginning to start a step down, right? The 1 minute just formed its first leg. Here, if it flushes down a V1, you know, it's a little tricky, right? You know, that one's not doing so good. AURC, let's see, AURC. That one's, you know, gone to, you know what? Hi, there's 2046. That looks a little better. I'm hesitating there, and then it's gonna get bought up. Look at that. Gonna take a stab there. You know, my bail's under 35, 34, 35. Yeah, I mean, dip entries are not my favorite, to be fair. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it there. I don't, I don't feel like taking a loss. That was an 8-cent loss? Are you kidding? Yeah, GFAI is just gone to the ground now. INPX? Why are people saying INPX? What the hell is this? Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! What is Ross watching now? I mean, GFAI looked the most interesting. Now it's, you know, pulling back. GFAI pulled below VWAP.